Come in.
How's it going, Sam Smith?
Yes, yes, how are you?
Cedric.
Cedric, nice
It's a
to meet
pleasure
you.
finally put a name to a face.
Thank you, yeah.
So I wanted to go ahead and start off by giving you one of my business cards.
Okay.
That way, if you ever had a question or anything, you can go ahead and keep in touch.
All right, Cedric,
and
great.
Ask me whatever.
Okay.
But I wanted to start off by saying,
I gotta say I'm a little surprised.
why is that?
I thought there'd be someone more senior here sitting in front of me. This is a big deal and a big thing for us here. And I mean, I wanted to make sure that there was someone that understood and had a lot of experience and there's maybe what the options that we had in front of us. So
can I ask what you're a little bit concerned about my age?
it's, again, don't take it the wrong way. It's about experience and just things that people have seen and just the different options that they could present to me and everything. So, I mean, that's something that, is really important. It's going to be a lot of money that we want to spend and everything, to make some improvements. And I just want to make sure we're making the right decision. I wanted someone a little bit more senior to be able to talk me through that.
I completely understand your concern. I just wanted to make sure. Here's a testimonial from another company that we've worked with within your utility industry.
Great.
I've been able to help them along the way, and hopefully this is able to put your mind at ease a little bit.
Okay. No, this definitely helps and everything like that. I appreciate you bringing this. This is important. So,
Of course.
All right, that sounds great.
So I definitely wanted to start off by saying congratulations and thank you so much for your award-winning notification system.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had to use your notification system as it pertains to a hurricane?
You know what? Yes, we have. We have had to do that. Not recently, but yes, we have had to do that.
So the reason why I say that is because my dad's a firefighter back in my local city.
Okay.
And he actually had to use the notification system to let him know.
Where are you from?
I'm from Tampa.
Oh, okay.
So my dad had to use the notification system to find out what neighborhoods had power and what neighborhoods didn't.
Oh, okay.
And then that was able to help them stay a little bit safer and keep the community a little bit safer throughout the whole system. That way they were able to go to the places that had power outages, and it helped both the firefighters and the community. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Okay. No. Great.
So one of the reasons why I'm here today is because I want to learn a little bit more about TerraMetra. And I want to learn if Gartner has a solution that can help both TerraMetra be a little bit more efficient and make sure that they're not wasting any money in unnecessary areas. Does that sound good to you?
That's exactly why we're here.
Perfect. Is it okay if I start by asking you a few questions?
Sure.
Perfect. So if I were going on a decision like this, who would be a part of the decision-making process?
So, we can get into that later on, but I think the real important thing is considering the time we have and everything, it's just really understanding what Gartner can bring to the table here. So, I think we can go over the decision-making process later on and stuff, but I'd really like to hear what you have to offer.
No, I completely understand. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting any of your time, but I also want to make sure that I'm understanding the situation completely. And this is just one of those steps to making sure that I understand TerraMetra and making sure that I can help your company and I can help Gartner help TerraMetra as much as possible.
Right. Yeah, we can go over that later on and everything. So I think it's just really focusing on what does Gartner have, to offer us right now at this time.
Okay. But before I'm going over what Gartner has to offer, is it okay if I ask you a few preliminary questions?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's have at it.
Perfect. As far as a partnership, what kind of criteria are you looking for to meet within a?
Really important. So service is going to be the most important. I want to make sure that when I have issues, which you're always going to have issues with anything, I want to make sure that there's someone there that's going to be able to be responsive. And have my back and someone I can put their trust in to really, help us out through any problems that we have. And then quality is going to be a real important thing too. We want to make sure the quality is good and everything. And because although we might have some issues and everything, I don't want a lot of them, right?
Okay. And then as far as time, how fast do you want to implement a partnership like Gartner?
We've had some short-term issues, some losses, and that's why you're here. So I really like to, get something in place soon and everything, but by no means am I rushing into a decision either. And so I think it's just accelerating the process is basically what we're at right now.
Right. I completely understand. You definitely want to make sure that you're making the right decision. So as far as looking at the utility industry, I was able to work with other companies within your industry,
Mhm.
and these are some of the top needs that I found out you and your company and your utility industry had in common.
Okay.
Do any of these stand out to you?
So, which ones do you think that should stand out to me? Which ones do you think are important?
These are all needs that I found across the industry.
Mhm.
To me, it just happened, or I'm trying to relate it as much to you as possible.
Okay. Okay. So I think, analytics is going to be important, obviously.
Okay.
The optimizing cost is, I mean, that's why you're here. That's what we just discussed a second ago is, cost is going to be really, really important.
Okay.
And then, there's a thought of AI and everything, because that's really coming into play and everything in the industry. So we need to really take a look at that. And then, cloud down the road.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and start with that business analytics need, because that was the first one that you mentioned. Could you tell me a little bit about that current situation and how that's going?
I mean, the analytics piece and everything, I think is, there's things that we analyze and look at on a regular basis and everything. So we want to make sure that have the right piece of or information and programs in place in order to essentially run the company effectively, right? And we want to make sure that we're looking at every piece of information that's out there, data and industry trends, things like that.
Okay. And what problems are you running into when you're trying to decipher this information? And
understanding it and reading it and everything. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, there's lots of opportunities I think that are there. We just really don't know how to decipher it correctly.
I completely understand. Making sure that you get that data and understanding it is a big thing. If you were able to solve this problem of being able to decipher the data, as you were saying, how do you feel like that could not benefit your company?
Well, it could be catastrophic if we make the wrong decision here, and I think we don't understand how to really analyze it. We have all this data coming in, we don't understand how to use it effectively and everything. That it's just not going to be. Why have it, right?
I completely understand. And then, as far as if you were able to find a solution that helps you to decipher that data, how would that look for your company, your customers, and your shareholders?
Yeah, so I mean, it would not look good, that's for sure. It would be something that it'd probably be my job, and there'd be issues there and everything. So I don't want to lose my job over this and everything. It's really important that we make the right decision here.
Now, if you were able to solve those problems, how would that look?
It would look great. And I think that for our shareholders and for the company and everything, I think we'd put us in a good spot. And I mean, we've been in a managing state frame of mind right now. We want to make sure that we're thinking about how we can grow as a company, right? And when I'm spending all my resources in maintaining what we have just due to issues and services and everything, then we're kind of falling behind.
Okay. Well, we definitely want to make sure that you're not falling behind. But is it okay if I switch thoughts a little bit and ask you a little bit more about the data activity that's going on and making sure that you're optimizing or reducing costs and making sure that you're efficiently using all of your resources?
Sure.
So how's that currently looking within your company?
How we're using all our resources and everything? Is that your question?
Just making sure that you're reducing costs as much as you need to and being as efficient as possible.
I think that, we're struggling with reducing costs. I mean, the costs are growing as we speak and everything. And, the amount of manpower that we're spending on being able to lessen that is really impacting our growth strategy and how we can move forward and grow as a company. So that's where the analytics comes in. That's where, the other programs come in and things that we can start to utilize effectively. And if we can do that, then I think we'll be able to, we'll turn the corner and really shift some of that, those assets into a growth mentality instead of a maintenance mentality.
Okay. And then I completely get what you're saying. And as far as what problems are you running into when you're trying to be as efficient as possible?
Specifically problems. I mean, quality service. Our service needs are not able to be met when we're constantly having to fix the same problems or have addressed with the same problems and everything. So
now, is there a way that you're able to quantify how many times your company has to go back and try and fix something that you feel like you've already fixed sufficiently?
I mean, it's out there and everything. I mean, some things, we'll spend more time on than others, I mean, maybe 15, 20 hours on something that, we should have only spent a couple hours on just simply because, the problem's not being fixed the first time.
Okay. And then how do you feel like that benefits your or that doesn't benefit your company as far as what could your company be doing instead of trying to go back and fixing those problems over and over again?
Yeah, so I mean, I think that, we could be looking for growth opportunities, right? We could be looking for ways that we can improve the company, and I mean, the industry is ever changing and it's growing, and there's there's new technology coming in every day. So I think we're a little bit behind on that because we've had to figure out and maintain maintain our current problems and everything, and still fixing them and moving forward with new systems and everything.
Right.
So, and that's probably on us here and everything, but that's why we're accelerated really what we want to do, and that's why you're here too.
Okay. And then as far as what would happen if you were able to fix those needs or fix that problem and you were able to make it as efficient as possible, what could your men be doing instead, and how would that help benefit your company?
So I think that, we could be doing, again, innovation. We're working on innovation, being able to look for new ways to improve the company, new ways to make the company more money. I think that's the big thing.
Okay. Okay. Is it okay? Well, it sounds to me like you have the need or the want to make sure that you're growing as efficiently as possible.
Yep.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
And also making sure that your company's staying at the top of those trends and making sure that you're being innovative as well.
Correct.
Perfect. Is it okay if I start telling you a little bit about Gartner?
That would be great, to be honest, yes.
Okay. So Gartner is actually the world's leading research advisory company.
Okay.
We're working with about 75% of the Global 500.
Okay.
And we also have over 2,000 analysts that are able to give you that unbiased data, in which we're making sure that the data that's coming to you is tailored to you and your industry specifically.
Okay.
As well as your company.
Okay.
Rather than having to sift through unneeded things. So the one thing that I wanted to talk to you about was benchmarks analytics.
Okay.
The first thing that I wanted to talk to you about was benchmarks analytics.
Okay.
This is a measure of where your company is today.
Okay.
And how it can help you moving forward in the future.
Okay.
So this is one of the graphs that come up with benchmarks analytics. And you were saying that one of the things that you were trying to focus on is growth and efficiency.
Yes.
So we could put XYZ company, say that this is Terrametra. And this graph will show you how much cost you're putting towards running your company, how much cost you're putting towards growing, and how much towards like that innovation piece. And this is against the industry standard. If you're able to look at this graph and see that you were overspending in one of those areas, how do you feel like that can help benefit your company?
It would benefit a lot. It's understanding where the problems are is the first step, right?
I completely understand. And making sure that you understand where you are is one of the biggest pieces. And one of the next things that I wanted to talk to you about was strategic consulting. This is also one of those measures to where it looks at where your company is today, where your company is being inefficient or could be putting funds elsewhere. Okay. And then how it can best help shape you for the future.
Okay. Okay.
And then this is also one of those graphs. You were talking about being innovative. Being innovative also has a lot of drawbacks as far as making sure that you're going in the right direction with all your technology needs. As far as going in with new technologies and being that innovative force, you want to make sure that whatever you're putting in place isn't going to be outdated within a year. Sure. Because that goes back to that inefficiency. This is something called the hype cycle that is able to look at new technology and make sure that you're making the right decisions when it's coming to new technologies when you're implementing that. Do you feel like Terrametric could get value from that?
Yeah, I think, listen, you presented some really good things here and everything, but I think that the thing is, I'm a slave to the details. So seeing everything, and being able to really, comb through a good summary of everything would be very beneficial for me personally. Okay. It's a big decision we got to make and everything, so I want to make sure that I'm looking at every little detail, and questions I might have and everything. We can kind of go from there.
So I understand why you have that concern, but I also know that we had a 15-minute timeline, and I definitely want to make sure that we're staying true to that. Is it okay if we try and set up another meeting to try and go delve a little bit deeper into what Gartner could do for Terrametra and the features that our company could bring to yours to help you grow and make sure that you're being as efficient as possible.
Yeah, I think that, again, getting me a summary is gonna be really important, and it'll really help me make a decision and everything, and I can always call you and we can set up a meeting later on.
Okay. So as far as the summary, what's holding you back at the time? Like,
I just don't wanna waste your time or my time. Okay. So,
no, you're good.
so when you get into things and everything, just make sure you're really focused, like what one thing he says is like, what are these needs here? You say, go over them with me. Hey, this is this, and this is what I'm hearing and stuff, or these things that, would you like to focus on this, and just pick a couple out and bam, just go into it right away.
Okay.
And then you can have, because that's the thing we get into, like, I think that there's a lot of times where you're gonna be asking questions and it's just like, they don't wanna give things up, but later on down in the conversations, you start getting with these, we do them like, oh yeah, we lost so much money on this and stuff, and then you're getting the details there and stuff.
Okay.
So it's hard to get a lot of that stuff from a person right up front and everything like that.
Right.
You gotta, because I'm looking at you and I'm being like, why are you here?
Right.
What are you gonna do for me? Tell
Okay.
me what you're gonna do and everything like that. So start saying, maybe give examples of, hey, one of your competitors, we did this, this, and this with, and everything like that.
Mhm.
That can start us down that road too. Okay?
Okay.
All right. But besides that, good job. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have any more feedback on things that I can try and help improve?
Yeah. So I mean, I gotta flip these in there. I've been forgetting.
Oh, yeah, we just gotta save the last. We forgot to do the
We
last.
just forgot to do
one.
the last one. Just real quick. Just let me do this. And I can,
Okay, so 38.
37, right?
Well, Pat told me to not save the other one until they're done watching over there. So.
I didn't say. Okay, so he's 38, right?
Yeah.
And then Alexis is 37.
Yeah.
Right?
So just do 38 for now.
Okay, just do his. Okay.
Yeah. So MCC. He knows his name.
MCC
MCC.
LENDON. Okay, and you don't want me to say Alexis is right now?
Let me ask Pat.
Yeah. Hey, can I run to the restroom real quick? I'm gonna be in the sales or the career
So
fair.
don't check yet with Kelly.
Oh, when it's open, it gets screwed up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We take a picture.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Good.
definitely come back and pick
He's
your
gonna
brain
take a
little
picture.
bit
Yeah,
more.
but you can definitely come see me. I'll be in the career fair and everything. So, and I can give you some pointers and some things that I saw and everything like that. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you so
problem.
much.
Okay, now an action shot.
An action shot.
Yeah, okay.
Good. All right. Let me just run to the restroom real quick.
Wait, let me fix my food. Dad, I'm not getting myself there. Are we gonna sit down and do that?
I started watching like late. And then as soon as you say that, he hit me with another.
Well, unless you put it out, man. So, hey, let it motivate you. That's what I'd say.
I'm like, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Here, wait, you want my baby? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it was weird. How long was that?
Hey, how you doing?
Wait a minute, it's good. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I help you with this stuff? I run the class right now. I don't know. Are you doing it continuously or what?
Role plays.
Are they using those?
Mitch, you have time to go to the bathroom?
I promise. Yeah, we can hold them all.
Okay,
We'll
yeah,
hold
I
them
just
all.
need,
I'll be super, go.
I promise, I'll be quick.
Uh-oh. All right.
And or you want to have an intermittent falters? Oh, we will. Okay.
Try that. How they like.
Oh, and you know what about?
Look at the end. They keep the sheet. They go right out. There's gonna be.
not still, I don't know, I gave you, I said it the winner, you created another one. If you wanna make me a collaborator on that, I probably only have to make a couple changes to my program, that would then process the data and fix the course, and if you want to change up how it does that, but I'll be done by 25 with this class, and I'm staying until 2. There's some time in there, yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
have fun.
I was putting it in my car.
I don't know if it's yours or her, but it's yours earlier and now it's yours.
This is to log out.
Yes. No, I'm just trying to log out of that one. Because someone else is on it. Between this morning and on with the iCloud. Like the one
Yeah, I have them, they're my only like thing hanging on my wall. I don't have any pictures. My magnets on my fridge are my old badges. I'm a high school quarterback that like can't let go. I have one more, right?
Yep, one more.
Okay.
You'll do
Oh, so
I haven't been in this judging room because I have to kind of do both. I'm just timing right there. I guess I'll just double check if they're okay. But
okay. You can kind of pop your head every.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good.
How are you doing, Chuck? How you doing?
How's
Yeah.
it going?
It's going good. It's going good. Yeah. Glad to be back and everything. So yeah,
I'm glad to have you all back.
yeah. Kids are, like I said when we were here before and everything. I think I thought your students were really, relatable, very polished and everything like that. Just a good genuineness to them and everything like that. So I enjoy seeing them.
We
again.
try to whip them into shape, so if they're ready for you guys.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So I've seen a lot. I'm looking forward to the third here after this.
Yeah.
So, it'll be
I was
nice.
really
Should be busy.
Yeah. That's what we're hoping. So
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
All that, the judge will monitor changes in your problems.
Well, and I can't change 30 days. Look, I tried to and everything, but it's just telling me it wouldn't let this action go through. So
click on it, like select it, now do it and rename.
yeah, that's what I did. I'm typing McClendon. All right, let's see here. All right.
Can you just click away from it?
Yeah, I tried doing that too. Let's
And
try
what's your
it.
name? Okay,
It's always this room.
Yeah.
It's always this room.
Really?
Never changed.
So maybe we've got to just close it.
Arrow tag?
This wasn't a good one.
And now it's